that is why I said कि ठीक है एक बार जॉब छोड़ के देखते हैं क्या होगा नहीं होगा वापस कर लेंगे.
Yeah. But then Ashtesh, before this, you were very organized. But I think startup, it's all unplanned. I mean, it's every day, like you're at your feet every time. How was this unplanned life serving you? And how did you adapt to it later on?
So there were both parts of it. Sometimes it was fun because every day new things were happening. You know, when I was talking to my friends who were in job, who were working, they're learning things, okay, able to catch up some things. But here, some people were getting bored in their jobs. But here, every day I had to learn so much that I was feeling that 24 hours are not enough in a day. So that is something which I started finding very exciting. कि okay, ठीक है, plan नहीं है, but every day I'm getting to see new concepts, right? Running a business is like running a kingdom. Marketing to investors, to customers, to employees, everything you need to
And
understand.
You have to protect it all the time.
And you have to protect it all the time. So it started becoming fun at some point of time. I started loving it, but obviously there are down times, So two things, I think two parts are going. One is professional life, personal life. So professional life on new things, learning all these things. But personal life, you at some point start wanting results. So that was a very turbulent time for me because we were working. Everyone is giving a pat on the back, but nobody is ready to fund. In fact, before our first funding round, we had to, I think, say minimum 200, 300 no's from many VCs before our first round happened. Rejections. So that time Tushar was staying at her sister's place and I was staying inside IIT even after graduating, not officially, at a junior's place because we didn't have the money to pay the rent. So
that's how the dream was kept alive.
Yes, and so when we ran out of money after IIT, so our professor gave us part-time jobs. Now both of us started earning 25,000 bucks to sustain ourselves and whatever, and out of that money also used to save for the startup.
Manastu.
But for the first year was terrible. We were building things, things were not working, investors were not funding, nothing was working out well.
And you're facing rejections every day.
And that was the time when that inner quest came, that why am I really doing this? I might be liking burning things up, but when I have to burn things up repeatedly without getting anything, it becomes very difficult. So again,
and it might be burning you from inside.
Yes. So that time I started looking for more answers, that why Manastu? Why do I want to do this startup? Why do this job? Why not something else? So during this time, actually, I started reading up quite a bit of philosophical books and all these things. And at one particular incident, I happened, I was around DMart and there was a monk who was selling Bhagavad Gita. So he gave the book to me. I bought it. And I have heard from Tushar many times, you should read Bhagavad Gita. You should read it. It was stuck somewhere in my mind. And I bought that book and he invited me in his session. So on Sundays, there was a small kindergarten school where those monks used to hold these Bhagavad Gita sessions. And I started going there. First time I went there, learned बहुत सारी चीज़ सुनी मैंने, मुझको ज़्यादा समझ नहीं आया. But at the end of session, they used to give very good, nice food. And somehow I had read about these monks in the biography of Steve Jobs, where he used to tell that he used to walk 10 miles to go to a Hare Krishna temple where they used to eat food and something like that. But I didn't know what it was all about. So I started, because the startup tha paisa the nahi, so we used to go there to have good food. But slowly, a lot of questions on my life were getting answered by that book. I started taking that book seriously. Some of the things which affected me deeply, when first time Krishna tells to Arjuna that you are the soul, you are not the body. Dehi no sim yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata dehantra praptir. What it meant was, you are the soul, you are not the body, and satisfying this body is not going to satisfy you unless you satisfy the soul. And how will this soul be satisfied? And that is, it is said that Hishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchate. Only by service to God, only by service to part and parcels of the Lord, you can satisfy yourself. This started hitting me a lot. Okay, when I'm reading certain set of entrepreneurs who are doing the ultimate purpose for them being wealth, money, car, house, bungalow, all these things. But here Krishna is saying that the satisfaction of sense cannot satisfy you. And I'm seeing it when I read Steve Jobs on his deathbed. He has written very nicely, I'm dying as a twisted person. whatever money I've earned cannot free me of the pain I am, feeling.
And he said that he wished he spent more time with the loved ones.
With their loved ones, right? And we have Jim Carrey, many other people who are on the epitome of success, where we all want to be. No one is satisfied, right?
They're not happy because their soul is not happy.
Their soul is not happy. They're working for the body. ACs, nice bed, nice couches, everything is helping your senses to get some satisfaction. But Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that any sense gratification or any pleasure of senses has a beginning, has an end. It is temporary in nature. It cannot satisfy you because you are not this body, you are the soul. So you have to work for the satisfaction of the soul.
Something bigger than you,
Yes.
greater than you,
Greater than you.
a larger than life purpose.
Yes. Then he goes on to say, Mama Vamso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manasasthani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati. Means all these living entities are my part and parcel, but they are struggling in this material world because of mind and senses. Because their senses and mind are contaminated for this desire for enjoying the senses. They are struggling in this material world. But what is the ultimate purpose? What is the way to get out of this suffering? Once you free the mind of these desires and engage this mind in service of God, service of people who are part and parcels of God.
So to surrender to the service.
Yes. So then Manastu became, so this is how, this started hitting me, this concept starting hitting me a lot.
So मतलब वो 200 rejections 300 rejections पर ये जो आपसे आपकी बातचीत चल रही थी, वो जवाब आपको दे रहा था और उसके ऊपर में वो हावी हो रहा था ताकि आप रुके नहीं, हमें नहीं.
Yes.